Hello everybody, it is me, Hyperwars here, and welcome to the Rising Phoenix Season 4 announcement stream. I am today joined by Cobalt, who's currently not here, and Nico.
Hello, I am here.
Yes, so last season's commentator here with me and one of our faithful racers and admins. So today, obviously, as most people know, going through our, well, announcements. But before give a big congratulations to Big Slater for winning the Drivers' Championship. So well done, Big Slater. My great round of applause there.
Yay.
And as well to his Williams teammate of Jack King, who joined Big Slater in lifting the Constructors' Championship for Williams as well. So well done to both of them. Standings will be up on Twitter after the stream at some point. I don't know when. Sorry. Now, moving on to our next topic, our next thing on the agenda. If I can actually load up my agenda sheet, there we go. Oh yes, it's the new rules. So, with next season, there's going to be a few rule changes that we've decided to make. This is for not just the benefit of the league, but the benefit of all drivers involved as well. And we do believe that it will greatly improve just the racing on and off track, and make this season, really, half decent. So, yeah. And Luke, no win, not racing. So, my apologies for that. Now, sorry about that. So let's start off with the new rules. So first of all, under safety car, when on the lap in Sector 3, where it says safety car is coming in, the leader and all other drivers must keep at a reasonable pace rather than slowing right down just for the restart. Obviously, we understand that the leader does want to slow drivers down so that they can get the best exits, and we also believe in that, and we believe that should stay in. People are going, our core drivers know that a lot. We do believe that there are points where people are going a bit too slow. For example, Spain last race, under safety car, the leader was going about 40 kilometers per hour in the last sector, and to us that's just unacceptable. Even at a point in the track where it's slow, that's still very slow. So we've decided to put a sort of speed limit as to how slow you should be going. Obviously, if you have to brake for corners, we understand. We're not evil. Well, the league's not. I am. Next up, no overtaking under safety car. I mean, that's pretty obvious. I don't really know what else to say to that. It's quite obvious. Just don't overtake under safety car. Even if a driver in front of you is going super slow, do not overtake them. If they spin out, then that's fine. They have to go back and rejoin the track safely. But if you're behind someone, you stay behind them. And if you don't, and you overtake them, please give the position back. Because if you decide not to do that, we will be giving out race bans. Now, going on with race bans, we would just like to say we'll be adding points deductions to our penalties for this season. This is really to incentivise people driving fairly for the state of the championship and for their seats as well. Obviously, now that we have an F1 and an F2, we can understand that both leagues, they want to be fair, but also, if we give out points bans, people can get relegated, and with a promotion relegation system that we'll be talking about at the end of this stream, which I forgot to put on the agenda. Oops.
Whoops.
Whoops.
Oop.
Big oops.
Whoops.
So,
Oof.
yeah, big oof. Yeah. So, you know, there's a lot at stake there. Anyway, any talking in chat during quali or race from anybody except admins or racers asking for invites back will lead to a quali ban for the next race. So, please keep chat to a minimum. We do not tolerate people just moaning in chat constantly, or even heck, just talking. Like, before race, after race, feel free. Feel absolutely free. Talk to your heart's content. But anything in between, no. Don't do it. And finally, send instants to admins before moaning about it in chat. And with that, if you don't have footage, then either if you're the one claiming things, then we won't look at it because you have no footage, so there's no instant in our eyes, unless an admin has spotted it and someone else has reported it. And if you're the one defending and you have no footage, then that's your fault, and we can punish you a bit harsher for it. So do be aware that, you know, it's very vital to record your races, stream them if you have to. You know, we don't really mind about that. It doesn't seem to lag up our lobbies too much, so, you know, feel free to stream. You know, we're always happy to go and read. And oh my, there's a lot of comments in here. I'm just going to go read through these quickly. Oh, yep, everyone's saying hello. Hi, guys. Anyway, moving on to the next topic of conversation is the lobby settings. So let me just go through that quick. So F1 and F2 have different lobby settings for this season, mainly all down to assists. And really, there's only two changes that F1 and F2 have differently. It's actually before I show you that. As we can see here, everything's normal. Session start time can change, and admins can tweak that. So for night races, we'll probably put it at night, and we'll try and work the best time so that the sun isn't blinding people, as we feel that time just ruins a lot of people's races. So it may change. However, quick weather, always on dynamic. It's okay. We'll never touch that. Unless there's a restart. Then we kind of have to. Race settings, as you can see, same as last season. And then assists. So these are the F2 assists, as you can see. So traction on full, pit release assist on. However, in F1, we have changed it just a bit. So traction stays on medium for F1, with pit release coming off. So just to make everyone clear, pit release on and traction on full for F2, medium and off for F1. Okay? I'll let you lot just note that down if you need to. Don't know why anyone would. And going on from the lobby settings, how about Cobalt and Nico, you tell us about when our pre-season races are and where it's at.
Alright, so this season, pre-season's gonna be at France because it's France.
Awesome.
For F2, it is gonna be Friday the 17th for F2 at 8:30. And then for F1, it is gonna be at 8:15. That's the Saturday at 8:15. So it's some different times for two different divisions there.
And that will be the same for every week, so F1 will always be at 8:15, F2 will always be 8:30, GMT obviously. However, all races will be Friday and Saturday after pre-season. This is just so that, you know, some admins can come and watch the other division, just to, you know, make sure everything's 100% okay. because that's what preseason's for. Yeah, pretty much. So I think now's the time most people have been waiting for. You might as well get into the teams.
Nice.
So Nico and Cobalt, you two have the list for the F2 teams, don't you?
Yes.
We do. Yep.
Yes, good. I know, as I put in the admin chat. Of course you have them. So we're going to start down at Williams. We're going to work our way up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you two go. So one of you decided to read first driver, the other decided to read second driver. Doesn't really matter what order. And once you said the names of the two drivers in the team, I will just say a little thing about them, and then we'll go from there. So when you're ready.
Start off.
Alright.
Start off, Nico.
So we're doing F2 first?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, here we go. Okay, so in Williams, first driver is Sanka.
Cobalt.
And then the second driver is going to be Jig Bryan.
So Sanka and Jay both put in the Williams for the season. Sanka coming back after his half-season ban, with Jay, well, starting his first full season. And he technically had a half season last season, but now he's here for his first full season in F2 in the Williams. So very.
So first, Funky.
And then in the second seat, it's going to be X Gamer, 1891.
So in the Toro Rosso, obviously we have T-Funky and Gamer. Now T-Funky coming back after a long time out of F1 due to personal reasons. However, Gamer is joining us as a new driver this season, and we are very possibly could be fighting for promotion, but there are still quite a lot of good drivers in F2 who will be fighting for those promotion spots. Next up is the Alpha.
So first driver in Alpha is going to be Willow PG Killer.
And then the second seat's going to be Deadwood Bear.
So the two amigos, once in Haas, now in the Alpha. Don't have to say much else. They've been here for ages. They're looking to win the Constructors. Now, moving on to the paid team. Racing Point.
Alright, so first driver is going to be Luigi.
It's a shared seat. So it's
it's just
Trees
okay.
and Luigi.
Okay.
And then for the second seat, it's going to be Tech and Shadow Britain.
So, in this league, we are one of the only few leagues that has shared seats. Actually, I think we're the only league who has shared seats. So, in the Force India, Racing Point, Luigi will be racing on Saturdays along with Tech, whilst on Fridays, I Stab Trees and Shadow Britain will be racing for their seats. So, hence I call them paid drivers, because there's 4 of them, they're all paying for that seat.
Yes.
So, yeah. We love that theme. Anyway, moving on to the best looking team. McLaren.
Oh.
And so first driver is Robo.
And then for the second seat, it's going to be Tadpoles 04.
So, 2 new drivers, one of them being a Rising Phoenix esports man in Robo, the other his friend Tadpoles, both of them starting anew in the league. It's going to be very exciting to see what both of them have to offer. I'm very excited to see if the McLarens can earn enough points to possibly push for Constructors this season. However, I have to say the top 5 teams all looking very, very strong. So moving on to Rich Energy Haas F1.
So first driver is RHG NXT.
And then for the second seat, it's going to be Amused Pencil.
Oh dear, I love that name. I love that name.
Good name.
Yeah, so I can't say Rob. I can't say Rob's name, so Rob's the first driver. Yeah, so Rob and Ami's Pencil both getting their first full-time seats. Rob's been here for a few seasons now, and
Took a break. Third season.
Oh no, he was here third season. He just couldn't make it half the time.
Yeah.
So now he's going to be here due to the unfortunate pandemic going on, and he will be joined by a Pencil. That's basically it. On to Renault.
Alright, so first driver is ILRT Splinter.
And then for the second seat, it's going to be Delta.
So the two two non-Rising Phoenix esports drivers here in F2, one in ILRT being Splinter and the other being Ozone Delta. Two very strong drivers who race in quite a few leagues themselves and have definitely got vast knowledge. I'm very excited to see how both of them can do in F2. However, I will be... Actually, I'll leave that for after this. Anyway, moving to the Red Bulls.
Alright, so first driver is going to be Swanee.
And the second driver is going to be... Cobalt.
Me.
So I really just wanted to jump in there. I mean, boom. Swanee, one of the best drivers in F1, who's actually in F2 now. And
Yeah.
Cobalt definitely earning a lot more points last season than did the season before. So again, this could be a team that really pushes for that championship. Very excited to see if they can make that push. Anyway, on to the Ferrari.
Alright, so the first seat is going to be TJ.
And then the second seat's going to be Jordan.
So TJ Carlo coming back after missing the whole of Season 3, just due to personal things, joined by the newbie, some Welsh football club, Jordan. I made that joke already, I think. Did I?
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Not Nico, even though he's just in a Ferrari seat.
Yeah.
Yeah, not Nico.
Not me.
But both of them very, very talented drivers. Again, another team who I really think could win the Constructors. It's going to be a big a tight contest, I think. But TJ has been up there the best, so I can even see him winning the Drivers' Championship this season. And for our final two, the Mercedes.
Alright, so first driver is going to be Colin.
And then the second seat's going to be the Jigsaw Moto.
So Colin and the Jigsaw. I think Colin was the highest person to finish out of anyone who's now in F2. So really...
Swanee.
Oh wait, no, Swanee is.
Yeah, Swanee is.
But how many points?
I'll tell you right now.
It must only be like 2 or 3, surely.
Swanee had 55 and Colin had 41.
Wow, that's such a big difference than I thought it was. Well, no
Second
offense
best
to
driver.
Swanee and no offense to Colin either, but I swear I looked at the standings this morning. I mean, honestly, I thought Colin was very good last season, and he is the guy I think who will win this Drivers' Championship if it's not TJ. It's going to be a tough ask between Colin, Swanee, and TJ. I'm very excited to see.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the Jigsaw Moto, very unlucky last season, and he's really hoping to pick back up on his form. And you know, with a good teammate like Colin, I'm sure both of them can pick up many, many points.
Yes.
And a final thing is our reserve drivers. Currently, we have Sir Harmick, and returning to the league, T1 Most Hated. So, there are reserve drivers for F2. Now, moving on to the tracks. So, we've got the track list here. But,
Pretty special track.
yeah. Obviously, we can see, on the stream, we can see France. But instead, I'm going to ask you lot to read out the first You two just have a go and read out each track in order. Like, so Cobalt starts.
Alright. So for an opening season track, it's going to be Singapore.
And then we have Italy.
And then we have Baku.
Then we have Germany.
And then we have Austria.
And then Canada.
And then we have Brazil.
And Australia.
And then Mexico.
And Japan.
And then everyone's favorite track, Monaco.
Yes, Monaco. And then after that, we have Bahrain.
Then USA.
And then China.
And then Britain.
And then Hungary.
And then Spain.
And to finish off the season, we have Belgium.
So a very, very big track list. 9 weeks in total this season will take, plus any breaks we decide to have mid-season, possibly. With, some very decent tracks. A very weird start, having Singapore in, just under 14 days. In fact, 12 days from now. Followed by Italy straight after, so one tight circuit. Followed by a nice, fast-paced, quick circuit. Then Azerbaijan.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a very mixed calendar here. From race 10 to about race... Heck, we could say from race 10 onwards, the calendar is very... It kind of gets hard. It's not the kind of calendar you'd want to have.
Yeah.
Like, if, as an actual F1 driver, like, imagine going Japan, Monaco, Bahrain, like, some of people's worst tracks, actually in a row here. It kind of evens out towards the end. But an end race at Belgium, definitely something every driver's going to be wanting. I mean, to me, it's amazing.
I mean, we added some tracks that weren't in last season too, like USA and Japan.
Yeah, our American friends happy about that one.
Yeah.
The one of
and
us.
Took out the one of me. And then we took out Russia because...
Are we allowed to say
Just
fuck Russia here? Wait, hold on, it's my league, of course I'm allowed to say fuck Russia.
It's not a good track. Well, it's a good track, but it just... Too easy to get time penalties and stuff.
Just to let you all know, the new game will not be coming out before this season ends. We've timed it well, trust me. Anyway,
We did the calculations.
we run the numbers. Anyway, I think it's time we got on to what most people would be here to call the main event. Don't you?
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
thinking it's time.
Cobalt, how about you start with driver number 1 and Nico do driver number 2?
Alright, so in the Williams, for the first seat, it's going to be Stati.
And in the second seat, it's going to be Trench.
So both of the Rising Phoenix drivers in the Williams here. Going to be a very interesting one for the both of them. Considering, Trench was quite high up at the end of last season.
Yeah.
Oh, just realised we swapped it around. It's not Shay, it's James.
Ah,
It's RP
Oh, yeah.
James and Trench in the Williams. So yeah, Trench and James both did very well last season. James obviously in second place in the championship. Trench, I think, was 5th.
he is... I will tell you right now.
5th or 4th.
He is Trenches in 4th.
Yep. Oh, I know I was near enough right. So those two, both sharing the Williams seat in the toothpaste car this season. Very fun indeed. It could be a good showing out for the two Rising Phoenix drivers. And moving on to the Toro Rosso.
For the first seat, we have Kano.
And for the second seat, we have MRL Banksy.
So, Colonel getting his first seat in Rising Phoenix alongside a brand new driver in Banksy. Both of them looking very good this season, and I can see the Toro Rosso who's really being a fighting charge for the top end of the table. Now, moving on to the Alpha.
In the first seat, we got Racing Maestro.
And in the second seat, we have PMP Pat.
So, Racing Maestro getting the call up to F1, whilst he's joined by brand new driver PMP Pat. Very exciting to see what Pat can do alongside the veteran Maestro, who's been here since Season 1. So, thanks for sticking around, Maestro. Anyway, moving to the racing point.
So, for the first seat, we got Trixie.
And for the second seat, we have Flex Marcel.
V-Trinxie keeping a seat in F1 alongside brand new driver Flex Marcel, who's made one appearance in Rising Phoenix so far as a reserve. I believe it was last season Hungary, if I'm correct, or it was season 2 Hungary. I'm just trying to remember now, but he's made an appearance before. So, those two in the racing points. Now, this one is quite special, so I think I'm going to take over McLaren, over you two. So, Season 1 champion Black Phoenix is back in the McLaren for this season alongside Gamey, and it is amazing to have him back. And not only have we got him back, you know what, you'll see when we get there, but Black Phoenix and Gamey, Constructors Champions, question mark. Anyway, onto the Haas.
Alright, for the first seat, we have Fashinx.
And for the second seat, we have V-Trinxie.
Hold on, have we just given Trinxie 2 seats?
Yeah,
We may
yes,
have.
you did.
Yeah, as soon as I saw the name, I was like, what?
Wait, what?
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Well, this is awkward.
Okay, should we just move on to Renault and then come back to it?
Wait,
Figure it out, George.
I will figure it out. It's okay, I will run the numbers.
Okay.
I've run the numbers and I've realised I put Trinxie also down as a reserve alongside someone else. So Haas is actually Fashinx and the new guy Jizzy.
Alright.
Yeah, I believe
Jizzy
won yesterday, right?
Yes, he did.
Yes.
If I'm remembering correctly. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say that's well deserved.
Fashinx and Jizzy, both from the Haas. Fashinx again getting the call out to F1 for this season, with Jizzy coming in after a debut win, and it's looking very, very exciting to see what he's capable of. Now, we're just going to take a quick break here for the last 4 teams, just to go and read the chat quickly. And by we, I mean me. So, people are saying Luke's in Red Bull. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. Let's go on to Renault, shall we?
Yeah. So, in the first seat for Renault, it is Luke Vettel.
Ha!
And in the second seat, it is Button.
So
Button's back,
Luke
I believe.
Luke
right?
Vettel does not get a Red Bull seat.
Yes. Psych. That's the wrong seat.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Luke Vettel coming back into the Renault alongside Button, both of them in FPSL, and both of them I don't think have been teammates before, so it's going to be quite fun to see how they work together and see if they can pick up some points here and there, or heck, even try and go for some race wins. But anyway, last 3 teams, and we're still yet to see two of the 3 current champions. So you know they're up here. And you know what? Let's start with a team without the champions. Or maybe they are in here. Red Bull.
Red Bull. So in the first seat we have Bazooka Joe.
And in the second seat, we have Legend.
No, we have Cobalt in the second seat. What are you on about?
Oh yeah, obviously.
Jokes. No, so Bazooka Joe, the man who's missed out on the title every single season. He has been second for season 1 and season 2, then came third in season 3. I mean, this man is the most unlucky person ever. He deserves a title. But can he get it this season alongside Legend, both in the Red Bulls? I am actually going to be very surprised if these two don't win the Constructors' Championship. But then again, looking at Mercedes and Ferrari, it's definitely going to be a tough call. Anyway, moving on to Ferrari.
So I believe in the first seat, since we switched drivers around, it's going to be Shea, right?
Yeah, yes, it is.
All right.
And in the second seat, it's going to be
Season
Big
3.
Slater.
So I was about to say season 3 champion. You're like big. I'm like season 3 big champion Slater. It's Johnny. So the current champion Big Slater put in alongside Shea. Both of them work well together. Big Slater able to choose his team obviously after winning the championship. He chose to be in the Ferrari, and well, I'm sure Shea is very, very happy with that. Hopefully these two can again push on and try and win the championship. And finally, hold on. Oh, you know where we've messed up, don't you?
Where?
You see, in Haas, we made a mistake, and it wasn't supposed to be Trinksy.
Wasn't it supposed to be Jizzy?
No, it wasn't supposed to be Jizz either. I finally worked it out.
No.
Jizzy is supposed to be reserve, as you can only race one day. So, it's actually supposed to be, R4H Shadow GT. Big mistakes, oh no.
Well,
So, just to let everyone know, R4H Shadow GT in the Haas, aka Parallax, aka Season 2 champion. So that does mean, unfortunately, Jizzy is a reserve. And these teams will be put up on Twitter after this race, so don't worry. Not after the race, after the stream. Which leaves, finally, the Mercedes. There's one shared seat here, so Nico, you'll do the first driver in the shared seat, I'll do the second. Okay?
Alright.
so in the first seat, it's going to be Jack King.
And in the second seat, we have, well, it's shared, but the first shared driver is JP, who is, I believe, Jay Prentice.
Yes. And the second shared driver is V Radar. So a very good team there. Jack King, obviously Constructors champion at the moment, whilst JP able to race only on Saturdays, whilst V Reader only able to race on Fridays. V Reader a very quick driver, so is JP, to be fair. So we're really hoping that they can, use their teamwork, and we could have 3 Constructors winners this season possibly. And be very, very, very exciting if we do.
Yeah.
Now I think there is one team we've missed,
What is that?
and that is our commentary team.
Ah.
So Nico and I have talked about it, or well, kind of.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Definitely talked about it.
yeah, definitely talked about it. It definitely wasn't a decision because of times or anything. And Nico, where will you be commentating next season?
If my memory serves me right, I believe I will be commentating F2?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of, yeah.
You blanked for a second there.
Yeah, kind of got scared.
Oh no, that's not very good for a commentator if you get scared. Whereas I will be commentating in F1. So our streams will be running simultaneously, apart from next week when there'll be no streams because pre-season. So yeah, I'll be streaming about 8:30ish. Nico will be streaming about 8:15, a bit earlier because the lobbies will come out like 15 minutes before.
I actually have a question.
Yeah.
This viewers might want to know as well. So you will be streaming the F1 on your channel?
Nope.
On YouTube?
On the Rising
Or
Phoenix
will you
channel.
Be on the Rising Phoenix channel. Where will I be streaming it? Because
On the Rising Phoenix channel. You can stream twice at once.
Oh, you can.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Never mind then.
Don't worry. We looked into this and I asked around. I asked a good friend, Big C, who runs PSGL, about it, and you know they run 3 streams at once on Sundays, so it's all good.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so I'll be streaming at 8:15. You'll be streaming at 8:30. Probably a bit. Well, each of us a bit earlier, to be honest, but. And we'll be your commentary team for next season. Obviously, I'm coming back to commentary because I missed it. Whereas Nico did a really good job last season, and you know really deserves the F1 commentary place in my opinion. But due to the timings of F2, you know, we thought it would be a bit easier for him. You know, we're nice like that. Anyways, anything you two would like to say before we round up this stream?
I don't think so, on my end.
No, I don't have anything.
Well then, I guess from me, and from these two, it's a goodbye, and we will see you, well, next week for pre-season at France. However, the official streams will be starting in 12 days' time. Circle your date on the calendar, do whatever, get practicing, because we will be at Canada. No, not Canada, Singapore. Canada. Absolute idiot. Imagine saying Canada when it's Singapore.
Surprised you didn't say USA.
Yeah, to be honest. So just to clear up on the F2 situation, Trinksy, sorry, not F2, F1 situation. Trinksy, Racing Point. R4H, Shadow GT, Haas. Jizzy, Reserve. So yeah, my apologies for being confusing. That was probably me making a few mistakes whilst looking at the teams again yesterday. Yeah, I accidentally deleted my older copy of the teams. So yeah. But anyway, we've been your hosts, and we will see you in the next one.
Goodbye.
Bye.